You ever have that feeling you did everything right in school, got the grades, got the degree, but when you look at your bank account, something just doesn't add up? Yeah, that's exactly what we're digging into today. It's called the schooling paradox. Wow. This quote, it just hits you, right? We spend more than a decade getting really good at acing tests. We cram formulas, we memorize dates, but then we step out into the real world, and the one thing we actually need to survive and thrive, how to handle money, is a complete blank. And that leads to the big question, doesn't it? Why? Why is this incredibly critical life skill just not on the syllabus? We get geometry and literature, but we don't get investing 101. And you know what? This isn't some accident. There are reasons for it. Let's explore why this gap exists and what it really means for you.
All right, let's get into it. First up, the schooling paradox. This is all about that huge, frustrating gap between the diploma hanging on your wall and the number you see in your bank account.
And here is the absolute core of the problem. A degree does not automatically equal wealth. I mean, think about it. Every single year, millions of incredibly smart, capable people graduate, full of hope. But the hard truth is, for so many, what follows isn't financial freedom, it's a struggle.
Okay, this slide really just lays it all out. Look at this contrast. On one side, you've got school. Follow the rules, memorize for the test, and whatever you do, do not make mistakes. But then, there's life. Real financial life is all about navigating uncertainty, making big decisions with incomplete info, and most importantly, it demands that you learn from your failures. They're basically two different universes.
And for way too many people, this is the result. After all those years, all those all-nighters, maybe even a mountain of debt, you look at your bank account and see nothing. It's a gut punch, and it's the raw, honest reality of this paradox.
So you have to ask, how did we even get here? Why is the system built this way? Well, the truth is, it was designed for a totally different world. Let's take a quick step back and look at where it all came from.
Here we go, the industrial age education model. You see, our school system, the one we still pretty much use today, was born during the Industrial Revolution. And its primary job wasn't to create a bunch of innovative, wealthy entrepreneurs. Nope. It was designed to produce a steady supply of good, compliant workers for factories and offices.
And it all boiled down to this simple three-step mindset. 1, follow the rules, don't ask too many questions. 2, obey authority, just do what you're told. And 3, repeat, get really good at doing the same task over and over. Now, this system is fantastic if you want to create a great employee, but it's not so great at creating someone who can build wealth for themselves.
So that old way of thinking leads to what we can call the wealth mindset gap. Let's break down exactly how the things we learned in school can actually work against us when it comes to making money.
Let's talk about failure for a second. In school, what happens when you fail? You get a big red F. It's the end of the road. It's a punishment. But in the real world of business and investing, failure isn't the end. It's a lesson. It's just valuable feedback. I mean, honestly, show me any wildly successful person, and I'll show you someone who failed a lot on their way to the top. Because this is the actual formula for success. You try something, you fail. You learn from what went wrong. And then you try again, smarter this time, until you win. The problem is, school teaches us to just stop at that first step, the failure. But life rewards the people who complete the whole cycle.
School also pushes the idea of a safe job. You know the drill. Trade your time for a steady paycheck. The main goal there is security, but the path to building real wealth is a completely different game. It's not about trading your time for money. It's about building systems that generate income for you. Think businesses, investments, things that work even when you are not. The goal here isn't just security, it's freedom.
Okay, so if the official curriculum is broken, or at least incomplete, what's the solution? Well, it's time to rewrite your own curriculum. It's time to take control of your financial education.
So what's on this new syllabus? Well, here are the courses school forgot to teach you. How taxes really work, not just filling out a form, but understanding strategy. The core principles of investing for the long term. The fundamentals of how business actually operates. And this one is huge, learning how to build financial systems and use tools like debt and leverage to your advantage, not as a trap. This is the stuff that truly matters.
And this, right here, might be the most important point of this entire explainer. Self-education equals power. Plain and simple. If the system has a gap, it's up to you to fill it. The power to completely change your financial future, it's in your hands. It all starts with teaching yourself.
Now, let's be super clear. This isn't about bashing school.
Formal education is valuable. It provides a foundation. But we have to be honest and recognize that it's an incomplete education. It gives you the academic tools, for sure, but it's on you to go out and get the financial ones.
So, we'll just leave you with this thought. Now that you know what school left out, the real question is, what are you going to learn first?